For TraderInsight.com, I'm Adrian Mans. Let's have a review of the first hour trading pit for August 15th, 2018. So this morning we saw a 177-point futures gap on the broader index. Dollar General wound up gapping down. No trade on this one. My stop on DG would have been right down in here, 104.67. But as I said, this never triggered, so there was no opportunity to enter Dollar General. DKS, this XRV setup, had an earnings upgrade right on the opening bell. It ticked us in. It made a move almost all the way up to our profit objective and then came back and stopped out at the entry price for a break-even scratch stop. Stock came back down again, and this time around it comes up, tickles us in, and we had a tighter stop on it than we did the first time. Julie set her stop right down under here at $36.17. So just a fractional loss on DKS as the markets decided to roll over and keep on going this morning. MOMO, I had a stop set on this one at $37.64. The entry threshold, of course, on trade below $36.71. That would have given me a maximum of a $36.51 slip on the trade, and that was only if it traded above $36.61, which it never did, so we did not get filled on this one. But for those of you who had questions about why you have a threshold that can trigger when it comes up from below, this is why. So if this would have moved up and hit our threshold price, we would have definitely been filled, and the reversal move would have got us in and to the profit objective. But none of that was to be. What we did get was a really good morning in the Baltimore chop opening gap trades. First one to get us in this morning was Energen Corporation, ticker symbol EGN. This was a second bar entry, so first bar violation is what got us short on this. $76.78 was the trigger price. $77.38, the high of that entry bar, and just above all this volume over here was our stop loss on the position. And of course, you saw us handle this one live. This was a series of fib expansions, the first one based on the opening bar for a preliminary target, and then the second fib expansion that we were looking at was the first two bars, the first 10 minutes of the trading session. That got us out on a reversal tick up to $76.15. That's a gain of 63 cents per share traded on EGN. The next one we called live in the room was PRSP. This was a beautiful pullback. Now this is a lower dollar stock, but it really wound up going for a nice move. You can see here that my stop was at $77.94. After that fourth bar of trading, that's because that was really close enough to that entry bar high that I was willing to add a couple pennies on top of it just to see if we needed it. When it came down through $23.68, we were short the stock. I believe my buddy Rick exited somewhere along the way down here. And I was targeting this opening volume. It's just above the opening tick. Opening tick doesn't necessarily mean that's where the majority of the trading happened. It just means that 9:30 a.m. Eastern time happened right here. And that could have been one share, could have been 100 shares. You know, there was some pressure to the downside, but the big push to the upside came from right here. And that is where I set my profit objective. This one took a little longer to play out. Didn't happen until the end of the hour. So got us in just in time before the end of the 30 minutes, and then played out until about 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Beautiful trade. A gain of 62 cents per share traded on PRSP. And finally, we had Apple. So Julie made reference to the fact that we had new bands in Apple. We talked about them in the room, 209.04 down to 208.76, 208.76 down to 8 spot 52, 8 spot 52 down to 8 spot 32. Those are the levels that we were looking at. That was based on what had happened in the pre-market right here. We had these two bands established first from 52 to 76. And then this next band happened after the market settled in. Once we saw this range starting to form, it became a pretty safe bet that we were going to get some moves that bounced off of this pivot line and then found their way down through 209.04. That is, in fact, what happened. We took three of these in the room live this morning. First one, 209.04, made the move all the way down to 208.32. This one, of course, was an entry, an exit, another entry, another exit, another entry, and an exit. Then we had 209.04 down once again as it poked up above here. came down and made this reversal move. So I told you to check that 1 minute chart. This is a boot camp standard right here. Look at the 1 minute chart, make sure that the highs are descending on the 1 minute and that they are not making a violation of any prior high when it pushes up above the line. That's what happened. We had an entry 209.04 down to 209.76 and then right down through 76 and all the way down to that 52 line. So these are the time compressions that I'm looking at for the first hour trading pit when I'm doing these Apple trades. The first one is the 5 minute chart. That's the one that I trade from. The 1 minute chart just gives me a look inside the 5 minute bars. I never trade from it. That's why it is boldly red. I want to make sure that it draws my attention to the fact that I'm not taking entries from that chart. And down below you see that 200 tick chart that Julie was talking about. That also has a 1,000 and a 3,000 tick superimposed on top of it. Just gives me an idea of what's going on a tick-by-tick basis and whether the trend is supporting the trades that I'm looking to get into. So there you have it. We had a good morning today in the first hour trading pit. I hope you had one as well. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, adrian@traderinsight.com. Hope you had a great trading day today and an even better one on deck for tomorrow. It's the best trader education anywhere, only from traderinsight.com.